know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Yeah, I wonder why. What's good, YouTube? Yeah, this video is gonna be like a compilation of just my opinions formed after watching the showcase. So yeah, let's get on with it.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid. I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
These NPC reactions are leaving me a little bit worried because they seem a little bit like they are just like robotic, like they are just kinda not doing a lot of facial expressions, not doing like a lot, you know, to kind of get you invested in the whole story, the whole thing with the marbles and everything. Yeah, damn it, man. Okay, now that's a little bit pessimistic of me, but god damn it, I hope these NPC reactions are not all the same. I hope the story is interesting. I really do. But hey, I still want to play this game. I still want to see what's gonna happen, what they're gonna do, what else is gonna show. But that yeah, that could have been a better conversation. That could have been scripted better, or just she could have just done the voice acting a little bit better.
How classes work, because we've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it so tell us how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and you know, that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day?
There is a day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure.
Yeah, so the whole classroom thing, yeah, I can work with that. I like what that dude just said right there. Yeah, having the classes being kind of part of the storyline, you know, kind of written in, woven into there, where instead of like having it say you need to have like a legit classroom schedule and there's a day-night cycle, so you need to attend these classes or else you're gonna miss out, or you could, you know, that kind of would suck, because you know, it's a video game after all. You don't want to actually feel like you're attending an actual class. It needs to be fun, it needs to be enjoyable. So yeah, so it also sounds like, yeah, like you said, you're gonna get some tools to work with, learn new spells from these classes, get more advanced spells from side quests. Sounds pretty dope, sounds pretty cool. I can work with that.
Portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really unique.
All right, I gotta call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we are at the owlery. We're looking directly at the owlery to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of owls.
It's a lot of owls at the owlery.
I love the fog rolling down that.
Great callback. Great call.
No, I also love that as I one of my favorite things about just kind of going around on the outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to, that I can visit. I just love that sensation knowing that is real.
That lovely Scottish countryside.
We're kind of closing out our mini tour of Hogwarts, and again, it was but a fraction of this enormous castle.
Damn, if that's a fraction, my God. This probably is a huge map. I am not gonna lie, I'm surprised. Because I was kind of like figuring that it probably won't be that big. Like you'll have the castle, you have the lands around the castle. It'll kind of make it feel like it's huge.
That's what she said!
But it's actually not. But the way this is set out and laid out, it seems like they are like literally different things happening all here at once. It's the castle is moving, it's alive, it feels vibrant, you know, it feels awesome. Oh my God. I mean, the map is certainly gonna be huge. I mean, it has to be. So there's gonna be like a lot of content, a lot of secrets to find and explore.
Clever. And it's run by this Lucan Brattleby here,
who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game, this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, you know, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things.
16 diamonds? God damn. Okay, well, that sounds really good to me. If that is true, that means you're gonna be like OP as hell at in-game level. I mean, you're gonna be able to murder your enemies so efficiently, so quickly, with like being able to cast 16 spells all at once. And I see that they all have cooldowns as well, so when you cast one, you can go on to the next one. I think the one thing is probably gonna be the limiter is your mana pool or whatever, or your spell pool probably. But I think if you have got like a crap ton of mana potions, because I see that you do have consumables, so I'm assuming you're gonna have consumables to like replenish your spell energy, your wizarding vibes essentially, and be able to kind of replenish that. But damn, 16 is a lot. I wasn't expecting that. God damn. Okay, Hogwarts Legacy, you are impressing me all the more.
Spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters, and you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we kind of put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are I'm forgetting the other one, all of a sudden, control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards kind of like that close attention that you're paying pain on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's going on.
Give us a breakdown of different things that you're seeing. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, you know, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you'll be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with the protect.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls too.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused on a character, you know, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on the person that you're comboing.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna.
Yeah, so the combat here is extremely elegant and so pristine. It's just beautiful to watch. Actually, it's so choreographed. It's really nice to watch. It's unlike any other combat I've seen in most games. You know, like in Assassin's Creed, you kind of have like your buttons, hit powers, and melee, ranged, all of that. You know, it's kind of simple in a sense. This, on the other hand, is so much more intricate. You kind of have to be on your toes, especially fighting a mob, especially like those just 3 students. Now imagine fighting an entire mob and everyone's coming at you. You need to now have your shield on, you need to be able to deflect, you need to be able to counter, and then like kind of use people's spells against them. That's also a thing that I didn't think was going to be a thing, but apparently it is. I am impressed. I am really impressed. This is not going to be a boring game at all. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. I want to make a habit of posting more Hogwarts Legacy content, especially when the game does drop. So if you'd like to see more, and if you did like this video, would appreciate a like and subscribe to my channel. And that's it from me. Peace.